Phil Steele's top 25 QBs for 2026 NFL Draft 2025 College Football Preview. Are you ready to dive into the future of the NFL? The 2025 college football season is just around the corner, but the talk is already shifting towards the 2026 NFL Draft. As we gear up for another exciting year of college gridiron action, the focus is on the quarterbacks who could be the next stars in the league. Phil Steele, a respected analyst in the field, has already released his top 25 prospects for the 2026 draft, and the list is packed with talent. Leading the pack is Garrett Nussmeier from LSU. In his rookie season as the starting quarterback, Nussmeier guided LSU to a 6-1 start before a trio of losses in SEC play dampened their playoff hopes. Despite finishing the season with a 9-4 record, Nussmeier showcased his skills with 4,052 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. With one more year under his belt, he has the potential to lead the Tigers to a college football playoff berth once again. Arch Manning, son of legendary quarterback Archie Manning, is another standout on the list. Though he only played 3 games as a redshirt freshman in 2024 due to an injury to Quinn Ewers, Manning still managed to throw for 939 yards, 9 touchdowns, and just 2 interceptions. Speculation is rife about whether he'll declare for the draft after this season, but his performance suggests he could be a top pick if he does. Cade Klubnik from Clemson is also making waves. In his second year as the team's starter, Klubnik threw for over 3,600 yards and 36 touchdowns, with just 6 interceptions. His impressive 78.7 QBR ranked him 12th best in the nation. Helping Clemson secure a college football playoff spot, Klubnik is poised to be one of the first quarterbacks selected in the 2026 draft. Sam Leavitt from Arizona State had an outstanding debut season, leading the Sun Devils to the college football playoff and a Big 12 championship. His 80.0 QBR placed him among the top 10 quarterbacks nationally. Leavitt's dual-threat abilities were evident as he added 443 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns to his impressive passing stats. Lenoris Sellers, who redshirted his true freshman year in 2023, made a strong impact in 2024, completing 65.6% of his passes for 2,534 yards and 18 touchdowns. He also rushed for 674 yards and 7 touchdowns. His breakout performance has elevated him on NFL draft boards. Drew Allar from Penn State is another player to watch. Despite turning down the opportunity to turn pro last year, Allar returned to Happy Valley to chase a national championship. In 2024, he led Penn State to the national semifinal with 3,327 passing yards and 24 touchdowns, showing no signs of slowing down. Carson Beck, who transferred to Miami after suffering a UCL injury, had a stellar 2024 season, finishing with 3,485 passing yards and 28 touchdowns. Beck is set to be a key player for the Hurricanes in 2025. Nico Iamaleava's move from Tennessee to UCLA is one of the most intriguing stories of the offseason. After throwing for 2,616 yards and 19 touchdowns in 2024, he'll look to replicate his success on the West Coast. Haynes King, who has spent 6 seasons in college football, is one of the most experienced quarterbacks in the 2026 draft. With over 6,500 career passing yards and 50 touchdowns, King's longevity and consistency make him a valuable prospect. Rocco Becht from Iowa State is another quarterback who narrowly missed a college football playoff berth in 2024. With his 3rd season as the team's starter, he's shown steady improvement and is expected to continue his strong performance. Completing the top 25 are Miller Moss from Louisville, Brendan Sorsby from Cincinnati, Taylon Green from Arkansas, Fernando Mendoza from Indiana, Baron Morton from Texas Tech, Avery Johnson from Kansas State, Luke Altmaier from Illinois, Mark Gronowski from Iowa, Jake Retzlaff from Tulane, Marcel Reed from Texas A&M, Diego Pavia from Vanderbilt, Josh Hoover from TCU, Eli Holstein from Pitt, John Mateer from Oklahoma, and Jalon Daniels from Kansas. But here's where it gets controversial. Will Arch Manning declare for the draft after this season? His performance so far suggests he could be a top pick, but his decision could shake up the entire draft landscape. What do you think? Will he stay in college, or will he join the NFL? Share your thoughts in the comments below. 2026 NFL Draft. Top interior offensive lineman to watch. Dane Brugler's 2026 NFL Draft Summer Rankings. Unpacking top interior offensive linemen. Important update. This analysis marks the 6th installment of our ongoing 2026 Summer Scouting Series. Explore earlier rankings here. Edge rushers, https://athletic/6469069/2025/2026 Summer Rankings Edge. Running backs, www.nytimes.com/athletic/6488083/2025/NFL Draft 2026 Summer Rankings Defensive tackles, tight ends, www.nytimes.com/athletic/6488083/2025/0729 NFL Draft 2026 Summer Rankings Linebackers. While Alabama's trio of returning interior linemen includes 2 top prospects in the 2026 class, it's Auburn's Connor Lew, who tops this list. The Crimson Tide's 2 veterans, Parker Brailsford and Jaden Roberts, occupy spots 2 and 3, but Lew's blend of athleticism and upside sets him apart early on. Keynote: asterisks denote draft-eligible underclassmen. Heights weights reflect NFL on-file data. V equals verified, E equals estimated. All players below have E, unless specified otherwise. Scramble. Connor Lew, Auburn, 6'3", E300E. Movement mastery. Imagine an athlete gliding across the field with surgical precision. This is Lew at work. Whether attacking secondary levels in the run game or mirroring pass rushers in protection, his smooth, controlled motion stands out. Pair this with his toughness and sturdy anchor, and it's clear why NFL teams covet his skill set. Room to grow. Consistency in initial contact. While Lew's agility is elite, his strikes sometimes miss the mark. As a former wrestler, he boasts strong grip strength, but his recovery and run blocking remains inconsistent. However, as he enters his 2nd season as a full-time starter, scouts anticipate sharp improvements in this area. 2026 draft potential. At just 19 years old, Lew is a developmental gem. Following Auburn's staff shift under Hugh Freeze, he flipped from Miami and rocketed into the lineup as a true freshman. His rapid trajectory, from early 2024 hiccups to dominant second-half performances, suggests immense upside. With ideal positional intelligence and physical traits, he's the class's most promising center prospect. 2. Parker Brailsford, Alabama. Standout trait: lightning-quick feet, relentless mindset. Coaches who prize speed over size will love Brailsford. His lateral agility allows him to cut off defenders in the run game, while his dogged, never-back-down attitude keeps him locked in at the pits. But here's the debate. Should NFL teams gamble on a smaller prospect with mountain-sized heart? It's a polarizing question. To address, countering power rushers. Though he fights to maintain blocks, Brailsford can get bullied by bull rushes. Scouts will debate whether his tenacity outweighs physical limitations. His journey from Washington to Alabama, reuniting with Coach Kalen DeBoer, included All-America accolades, but the final test lies in balancing grit against raw strength. Outlook: transferred powerhouse with All-America credentials. Some evaluators see a center-only role, limited by size. Others envision a starter who turns play speed into a weapon. His 2025 plays will determine whether he's a mid-round gem or a developmental project. 3. Jaden Roberts, Alabama, 6'4", 1/8 vive. Key weapon: dominant size strength. Roberts isn't just big, he's a 340 to 320-pound force who stabilizes whatever defensive line he faces. With 34-inch arms and raw power, he's built to bully pass rushers and steamroll run defenders. But the challenge: polishing his technical edge. To refine: hand placement consistency. Though Roberts has made leaps mentally since arriving at Alabama, his hand strikes occasionally miss. NFL teams note his coachability. He absorbs teaching quickly, but his fundamentals must stabilize. As a fifth-year senior with 3 starter seasons, he's a known quantity, a powerful guard poised to embrace a wall-off role. Projection. The Tide's bully is ready to prowl. Teams needing a road grader with elite size will value him, even if his athleticism leans toward adequate. His dedication off-field matches the grit fans see on tape. 4. Trey Zune, Texas A&M, 6638V, 318V. Position flexibility. Projected. Though Zune has only played left tackle in college, scouts believe he has the potential to thrive at all 5 interior spots. His 32-inch arms limit tackle viability, but his initial burst and coordination suggest guard unit versatility. The question, can he master run game dynamics as he shifts inside? Critical effort. Polishing run game angles at 6'6" and 3/8. Zune occasionally narrows his base or fails to swing hips to seal blocks. While raw strength flashes at the point, he needs to build consistency in leveraging pads. His height makes posture crucial, but his athletic flexibility offers hope. Future. Entering his senior year after 3 full seasons, Zune is labeled toughest player on the team by scouts. With mid-round projections, his 2025 progression will determine whether he becomes a tackle-to-interior conversion success story. Iowa. 5. Logan Jones, Iowa, 6'2.5" 300. Signature edge. Relentless finishing ability. Jones doesn't look like a typical center prospect, but watch how he torques defenders to the ground in finishing blocks. And you see the heart of a difference maker. His 700-pound squat, which broke school records, speaks to a gym rat mentality that separates him from peers. Cultural challenge. Compensating for frame, Iowa's undersized, yet dominant defensive-turned-offensive lineman faces similar debates to Tyler Linderbaum. Can he turn leverage and torque into sustained pro success? While shorter arms limit reach, his lower body strength and technical smarts provide tools to counter length disadvantages. Final push. With 38 career starts under his belt, Jones enters 2025 as college football's top senior center. Scouts call him smart, tough, and focused, a typical Hawkeye O-lineman. Though not Linderbaum's equal, he's carved his own path to the NFL. Preseason rankings. Hashtag Top 25 Seniors, verified measurements. 1. Roberts. 2. Zone. 3. DJ Campbell, Texas, 6'2", 5/8", 316. 5. Emmanuel Pregnan, Oregon, 6'4", 3/8", 320. 6. Jeremiah Wright, Auburn, 6'4", 5/8", 341. 7. Fernando Carmona, Arkansas, 6'4", 326. 8. Josh Thompson, LSU, 6'4", 307. 9. Bryce Foster, Kansas, 6'4", 3/8", 312. 10. Joshua Braun, Kentucky, 6'6", 1/4", 347. 11. Dylan Wade, Auburn, 6'2" and 7/8", 297. 12. Connor Tollison, Missouri, 6 and 3.5", 288. 13. Mason Randolph, Boise State, 6 and 3.5", 295. 14. Mark Petrie, Syracuse, 6, 4.25", 301. 15. Jaren Kump, Utah, 6'5" and 3/8", 318. 16. Daniel King, North Carolina, 6'3.5", 349. 17. Sam Hecht, Kansas State, 6'4", 297. 18. Waylon Lapuaho, BYU, 6'3" and 3/4", 307. 19. Jake Slaughter, Florida, 6'4", 7/8", 294. 20. Armaj Reed Adams, Texas A&M, 6'5" and 1/8", 338. 21. Cam Dewberry, Alabama, 6'3.25", 345. 22. Inez Cooper, Miami, FL, 6'5" and 5/8", 347. 23. Micah Morris, Georgia, 6'4.25", 340. 24. John Reed, USC, 6'2" and 3/4", 321. 25. Nick Dawkins, Penn State, 2026 NFL Draft. Top 75 Prospect Rankings Player Superlatives. Are you ready to dive into the thrilling world of the 2026 NFL Draft? The off-season lull is behind us, and training camps are in full swing, signaling that the regular season is just around the corner. At WindyCityGridiron.com, we've got plenty of Bears-related content to keep us busy, but that doesn't mean we can't squeeze in some exciting draft analysis during our downtime. For me, one of the best ways to pass the time during the summer is by scouting prospects for the upcoming NFL Draft. https://sbnation.com/NFL Draft. As of now, I've evaluated and graded 200 players for the 2026 class, though I still have 9 months to add more to my list. From this sample, I've gained a good understanding of the strengths and weaknesses of this draft class, and I'm excited to share my findings with you. You can check out my complete draft board along with my watch list of players I still need to assess on my Patreon page, https://im.patreon.com. There you'll also find exclusive Bears content. But for now, let's take a look at my top 75 prospects for the 2026 NFL Draft, complete with some position-specific superlatives to give you a deeper insight into their unique skills. 2026 NFL Draft. Top 75 Big Board. Rank, player, position, school, positional ranking. I. Caleb Downs, S. Ohio State, S1. Francis Mauigoa, OT, Miami FL, OT1. Jeremiah Love, RB, Notre Dame, RB1. TJ Parker, Edge, Clemson, Edge 1. 5. Spencer Fano, OT, Alabama, OT. 3. Reuben Bain Jr., Edge, Miami FL, Edge 2. 8. Lenoris Sellers, QB, South Carolina. QB 1. 9. Cade Klubnik, QB, Clemson, QB 2. 10. Peter Woods, DT, Clemson, DT 1. 11. Keldrick Falk, Edge, Auburn, Edge 3. 12. Caleb Lomu, OT, Utah, OT 4. 13. Caleb Banks, DT, Florida, DT 2. 14. CJ Allen, LB, Georgia, LB 1. 15. Garrett Nussmeier, QB, LSU, QB 3. 16. Dylan Feeneman, S. Oregon, S2. 17. Jordan Tyson, WR, Arizona State, WR 1. 18. Avion Terrell, CB, Clemson, CB 1. 19. Anthony Hill Jr., LB, Texas, LB 2. 20. Harris, CB, Penn State, CB 448. Denzel Boston, WR Washington, WR 549. Gabe Jacobs, Edge, Illinois, Edge 1050. D'Angelo Pons, CB, Indiana, CB 551. John Mattier, QB, Oklahoma, QB 752. Eric Singleton Jr., WR Auburn, WR 653. DJ McKinney, CB Colorado, CB 654. Amiel Wagner, OT, Notre Dame, OT 755. Zachariah Branch, WR Georgia, WR 7. Takario Davis, CB, Washington, CB 757. Harold Perkins Jr., LB, LSU, LB 558. Tim Keenan III, DT, Alabama, DT 559. Josh Moten, CB, Southern Miss, CB 860. Damani Jackson, CB, Alabama, CB 961. Jair Hill, CB, Michigan, CB 1062. Mansour Delane, CB, LSU, CB 1163. Eli Stowers, TE, Vanderbilt, TE 364. Parker Brailsford, C, Alabama, C1. Torian York, LB, Texas A&M, LB 566. Justice Haynes, running back, Michigan, running back 467. Jacoby Lane, WR, USC.